Hello, I'm going to go over this worksheet, forming ions, electrons are negative. And we've drawn some Lewis structures before. We're going to do that again. We're going to show where the electrons are going to move to when these two atoms form an ionic bond. But something new that we're going to do is we're going to write down the ions that are part of this. So I'm going to walk you through it, because drawing the Lewis structures can be tough, and then identifying the ions can be a little bit confusing as well. So let's look at this first one. Lithium plus fluorine. So we're going to draw our Lewis structure for lithium. Now lithium's here. That means its first orbital is full. The second orbital only has one electron. So Li, and then Lewis structures only show that outermost electron shell. So it's just the one valence electron. Fluorine is over here. That means its first shell is full. Second shell, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 electrons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, they're going to form a ionic bond here where the lithium is going to give up one of its electrons to the fluorine right there. Now, fluorine is very happy because it has all 8. Lithium's actually happy as well because it does not have that one lone electron out there. Now, writing the ions formed, here's what we're going to do. Put Li over here, and since Li had a neutral charge, it wasn't positive or negative, but it lost an electron, and electrons are negative. It's like taking a negative away from this atom. So if I take a negative away, it becomes positive. That's a plus, like a +1. Now, fluorine here was neutral, but then we added an electron. So that made it one more negative. It made it negative by 1. So fluorine went from neutral like this to a negative 1. We're going to do a couple more because, again, this can be confusing. So let's do this next one. Mg. Mg's right here. First orbital is full. Second orbital is full. Third orbital has 1, 2. There's Mg. So we're going to do 1, 2. And that's going to be bound to oxygen. Oxygen's over here. First orbital full. Second orbital has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electrons. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the 2 electrons in the magnesium are going to go over to the oxygen here, forming our ionic bond there. Now I want to write out my ions. Mg. Well, Mg lost 2 electrons, lost 2 of them. So that makes it more positive because you got rid of some negative charges. So that makes it positive by 2. So it's the opposite of what you would think. It's really tough. You want to, it's different. It goes in the opposite direction as what you would intuit. Oxygen gained 2 electrons, so that made it more negative. That means it's 2 minus. That's the charge on it. These are the ions formed. All right, last one. We're going to do one more here, just so you really got it. Ca. Ca is here. That means it has 2 in its outer electron shell or orbital. Cl, I know I'm going to have 2 of them, so I'm going to draw out 2. And Cl has 7 in its outer orbital. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Same thing down here. The 2 electrons from calcium, one is going to go over here to fill that orbital. One is going to go over here to fill that orbital. Calcium lost negativity, so it is now 2 plus because it lost 2 electrons. Chlorine gained electrons, but you see the chlorine only gained 1 each. So it's negative by 1. It's a negative charge now by 1. So I don't put a 2 minus, it's just a 1 minus. And usually we leave out the 1 as the default. All right, see what you can do on the rest of those. You do them just like I did these examples. Thank you.